Okay, guys, I got a little heat the other day off YouTube for having corn in my gumbo and tomato paste. But that's how I like my gumbo. So they think I don't know how to make a roux. I guess I'm just going to have to show them I know how to make another kind of gumbo. That's the gumbo I like. So when making gumbo, I think you ought to make what you like. All right, first I'm going to put me a cup of oil in here. And then I'm going to let my oil get hot. They say it's a cup of flour to a cup of oil. So we're about to see. I know how to make roux. I just don't care for roux. But I heard if you want to make a Louisiana gumbo, you got to have a roux. So let's see what we can do with this roux. And all a roux is gravy. And it's going, let's see. I got my oil. I got my flour. I got my whisk. And I want to see how it takes people so long to fix a roux. I ain't never heard of that one. I would say tops, let's see, about maybe not even 30 minutes. I've never fixed a roux for an hour. Let's see. All right, it's been about 5 minutes. Before I would spend 2 hours on a roux, I would just have to make that double. Fix a little bit and then go back and fix a little bit more. Before I would spend 2 hours on a roux, I would just have to fix half of it and come back and fix the other half. And you just got to keep stirring it until it get a dark brown. But if you want it gravy, this is gravy that goes over rice or go in a stew. This is actually gravy. But to fix a roux, you have to turn it dark. Almost burnt. And for gravy, right here, all you would do is add a little season and put you some water in here. And that would be gravy. But we going for a darker color, even darker than this, for the roux. But if you wanted gravy, you'd be finished. Put you some water in here to your own thickness, and that would be gravy. Rice and gravy, gravy over potatoes, gravy over pasta. We'd be finished, but we trying to do a gumbo roux. So we got to get darker than this. Dirty dishwater dark. That's what we're looking for. All right, and I've been doing this for about almost 20 minutes now. And still not to the color I desire for gumbo. Now, some people want to go darker than this. But I think this is as dark as I want to go. It's your desire. I'm going to add my water. And then I'm going to fry my chicken wings. And then I'm going to put my chicken wings in here and let them boil. And I'm going to do my okra, stew my okra and tomato. So I can add it all to one pot. But yeah, I think this is as thick as I want to go with my roux, as dark as I want to go. But some people get it darker than this. I got me a little butter in the pot. I'm about to take my seasoning and add some of my seasonings in here and my chicken wings. And some seasoning, pony sachet. And I'm going to let that cook for a little while. And then I'm going to put it in my roux. And I'm going to let that cook down. Get these chicken wings going. And this onion and bell pepper. Alright, I got my chicken wings going here. With a little seasoning in here. And I'm about to add my gravy to my chicken wings. And I'm going to put a little broth in here. And here's my roux. Alright, now I'm going to let this roux in here with my seasoning, my chicken wings. Let that go for about a minute or two. And then I'm going to add me some water. And let that cook down for a little while. Then I'm going to start putting in my broth. Alright, I got my roux and my chicken wings in here. And I'm going to start adding my water before I add my chicken broth. Get this chicken juice out of here first. Alright, while I have my chicken boiling down, I'm about to add the rest of my seasoning blend into a pot of its own. And my 2 bags of okra and tomatoes. And put all this in here and let the okra cook down so it won't be slimy. And I gotta let my okra dry out. Put a little butter, onion, okra, tomato, and I'm gonna let this saute till it dry out. Alright, in about 15 or 20 minutes, all this water gonna boil out of my okra and tomato. And it's gonna be dry, and I'm gonna put it in my pot with my gravy and my chicken wings. All it's gonna dry out. That's what you want your okra to do. Be dry instead of wet. While your okra is cooking down, you're gonna look for the ends. I don't use the ends of the okra. You're gonna look for the ends. Inspect your okra and your onion for onion peelings, ends of tomato, all that. See how it's drying out? It's getting dry. When your okra get dry, then you can add it to your pot. Put just some chicken broth in there. It's drying out. First add a lot of water, but it's been cooking for about 10 minutes now. And almost all your water is gone. You want this to dry out. Alright, my okra is drying out. It's just about dry. And I'm going to add it to my chicken and gravy over here. And then I'm going to put my broth in. And I'm going to make me some rice. Alright, here we go. My okra is dried out now. You put them in wet, they'll be slimy. You got to take your time and dry all that water out. Here we go. We're about to add them to our pot and put us some warm broth in there. Okay, here we go. In the pot with the chicken. And I'm going to take and warm my broth so it won't change the temperature of my cooking. And I'm going to add my broth to this pot with the chicken and the gravy. Get this broth warm so it won't change my temperature. Give it a couple of minutes. Still letting my chicken and gravy cook down. All those onions, tomato, celery, bell pepper, all that's cooking down. I'm going to get ready to cut my sausage up and put my shrimp in there. I'm not going to put no corn in it today, because people think corn don't go in gumbo. But I love corn in my gumbo, in my crawfish bisque, all that. I just love the taste of corn. All right, let my broth boil, and I'm going to add it to my pot. All right, my chicken and my okra is boiling. My water. All right, I'm about to add my warm broth to my pot with my chicken. And I'm about to put my rice in the pot. All right, I'm about to add me a little garlic powder. I'm going to add me a little more Tony Saturated. And I'm going to add me some parsley flakes. And I'm just going to let this simmer while I cut up my sausage and saute my shrimp. Let my vegetables cook down in there a while. Okay, my rice is boiling. I'm about to add my rice to the pot. And I don't measure, so I've been doing this for a long time now. But it's usually a cup of rice to a cup of water. Now I'm about to stir my gumbo. Put my lid on my rice. And let that cook down for about 3 more minutes. And I'm going to turn it off and let the heat finish it. Sausage ready to go in the pot. I have my other broth heating. And I'm about to put my crab meat into my pot. All right, in with my sausage. In with my crab meat. And I'm going to put a little water in here to get my juices out of that. And here go my bumblebee crab meat. All right. I'm about to put my taste testers here. We're about to taste the gumbo. Let's see what you think, boys.
What's up, guys? Okay, so we're about to try this, but hey, guys. What's something new? Actually, we got something new.
How you like it, Kai?
I didn't taste it. The last gold video, I'm going to show you what he did.
How you like it, Kai? What about you, Jay? Jay, like?
That's the best gumbo I had.
Woo! Thank you, son.
That's the best gumbo I ever had, and the awesomest one in the world.
What'd you say, Kai?
It's really good.
Well, thank you. Thank you, God.
1,000,000 trillion billion thousand. Good.
Thank you, guys. Enjoy.
It's 1 trillion. Good. Enjoy. Peace. Wait a second.
So the boys are on their second plate. They say that gumbo was what?
Good. Really good. I'm gonna go second place. Just watch. I'm gonna eat it before. I'm gonna finish it before him. No, you're not. I'm full.
You fall.